Welcome along to the last minute of qualifying for this Porsche race. So far we've got the Short Shift podcast guys occupying the top 4 spots. We've had one driver DQ himself by doing too many laps. 15 is the maximum. Looks like he's just left the game, probably to rejoin in another car. Pole position so far belongs to Hobo88. He's currently in the pits. Got Aaron Thomas on a lap at the moment, but it doesn't look like he's up. And he's gone back to the pits. Looks like we just have WRN crewman on track at the moment. Well off the pace. Oh. Looks like he's up on his personal best in this particular sector. We'll go on board as these track cameras are annoying me. And looks like he's done. So that's time up for qualifying. So it looks like we don't have any warm-up session, it's straight into the race. 30 seconds to grid up. It's an awkward position to have the camera. That's a bit better. Looks like we're about ready to get going. And away they go. Hobbo's the one leading away on the right hand side by the looks of it. They're all cleanly through the first corner. Maybe a couple of people just getting caught out at the back. Brock Harvey in third place. No major incident as we head into the hairpin for the very first time out of 20. Whoa. We're starting to get some gaps coming through here. We've got Heath Dixon of ARW in 7th place, followed by Madbird. Here they are on track. Well, a bit of a lock-up up there. Not sure who that was. Guy in 6th place might have been Sando. No, car ahead of him. battle up here between Will Devendish and Brock Harvey for third place. Looks like he's trying to go down the inside of the hairpin. Brock's covered it off and he's backed out. Oh, but he's well deep. And Brock's going to lose many positions there. He's going to go back to last place, and we've got, I think that's Baker and another person in the wall there. That's Brian Walsh down in 10th place. Disaster. As we have Madbird, looks like Heath Dixon's made up a few positions. Up to 6th place. There's a bit of a melee going on behind him. Oh, and that's nearly contact. That is contact. But it looked like Madbird might have gone into the back of whoever that was. It's David Kingshot. Maybe something to look at post-race. Disappointing for his race. As we've got, yes, I think Madbird might be slowing down to let him repass. Or maybe not. Moving forward to the front of the grid here. Hobbo still leads. He's got a lead of about 1.6 seconds over Aaron Thomas here. Will Devendish, representing Albarn Motorsports, up in 3rd place. He took that position from Brock Harvey, who crashed at the hairpin on the previous lap. And Matt Williams, also a short shift podcast, in 4th place. Sando 75 in 5th. And he's being pursued by Heath Dixon of ARW. You have to bear with me as I don't know who most of these guys are. Let's go on board with Heath and listen to that beautiful Porsche. Unfortunately, we lose all the graphics on screen when we go on board there. But just looks like the field's spreading out just a touch. This is the closest battle on track, just 0.3 of a second separating. The car ahead, I believe it's Matt Williams, locking up into that corner quite a bit. Doesn't seem to be affecting him too badly. He's still 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds ahead of the car behind him. That gap's just stretched out to about 0.7 of a second, but still looks like it is the closest battle we've got on track. this is our leader, Hobbo88. Enjoys a lead of just over 2 seconds. So he crosses the line to begin the 9th lap of this race. Seems to be pretty comfortable, no big errors coming from him. Certainly can't rest though. Aaron Thomas putting a little bit of pressure on him, keeping him honest. Aaron Thomas enjoys a 5.5 second lead over Will Devendish. Behind him, probably the closest couple of cars on track, Matt Williams in 4th place, and Sando Williams just edging out a few tenths over Heath Dixon. If you've just joined us, nothing much has happened in the last 10 laps. This is the half distance point. The race start was fairly clean with Hobbo88 streaking himself out into a nice lead. And then we had Brock Harvey in the wall at the hairpin, losing many positions, dropping down now in 8th place, dropping down from 3rd place at the time. Then we had Brooks McZaddy and David Kingshot with an incident in the final sector, which dropped those two down the order. And from that moment on, the race has basically settled down into a nice rhythm, with no one really able to make any impression on the cars in front of them. Although, having said that, Heath Dixon, with a little moment out of the hairpin there, is closing in on Sando 75. Just 0.5 of a second the gap here. This is still the closest battle on the circuit, so this is why we're sticking on this particular battle. So we'll see what Heath Dixon can do about Sando 75 with 9 laps, or 8 laps remaining. Not a lot of passing opportunities here, just a hairpin mainly. You've just got to get a nice run through previous corners, try and see if you can get into a slipstream. Very close there. But Heath Dixon just unable to do anything about it at this stage. Just have a quick run through the order while nothing's happening there. Oh, and we've got someone off there just in front of the leader. Who was that? It's the Brian Walsh car. Down in 12th place. Dismal race for him after losing many positions at the hairpin, and just gone from worse to worse for poor old Brian Walsh. He is in 12th place, which is last, unfortunately. Going up through the order from last place, we've got WRN Crewman. He's about 20 seconds ahead of Brian Walsh, 3 seconds behind Brooks McZaddy, who's lost the position to David Kingshot by the looks of it. Must have had a spin because he was ahead of David Kingshot at that stage the last time we went through the order. Unfortunately we missed that one. Kingshot's about 3.6 seconds behind Brock Harvey, who was running in 3rd earlier in the race, but that's unfortunately no longer the case for him, as he goes just a little bit wide through that corner. He's hoping that ARW's Baker will make a mistake, but so far a pretty solid race for Baker. Baker's about 5 seconds behind his fellow ARW driver Heath Dixon, who still putting the pressure on Sando 75. And up ahead of him, got Matt Williams, Will Devonish, in third place. Aaron Thomas in second place. He's quite safe in second, ahead of the battle for the final place on the podium. And Hobo 88's just easing that lead out. It's currently 3.6 seconds. It was about 2.6 seconds, I think, the last time we checked it, so it's just gone out in the last 5 laps or so by another second, so quite easily doing this race at this stage. Let's go back and have a look at the battle between Heath Dixon and Sando 75, if we might. A little bit of a moment out of the exit there. It's all closing up just a little bit. In the final stages of this race. Whoa, someone locking up there. I believe that's the lapped runner in the Bob Jane T-Mart's car of, do you beg my pardon, I have forgotten his name. But he is currently in last and will be well advised to jump out the way of these guys who are battling for position at this stage. And he jumps, oh, just doesn't quite get out the way there, balks Heath Dixon quite badly, that's a shame. And that's unfortunately stretched that lead out to about a second. He was trying to get out the way, but that just really, really bad luck for Heath Dixon there. Unfortunate, because that was the closest battle we had on track. Who else have we got? Whether he'll be able to close up that 1 second gap again, we'll wait and see. But Sando setting a 51.8 there, so about 5/10 off his best. Which, given the traffic on that lap, is not that bad. Look ahead here to Matt Williams. He's only 9/10 of a second behind Will Devonish, and certainly will be making him earn that third place position. Well, it looks like Heath Dixon's caught back up to Sando 75, so with 3 laps remaining, and what's happened? We've lost connection by the looks of it. So either I've lost connection here, or the server itself has. So I'll see if it's still up there. We might catch the last lap. No, current session closed, so unfortunately that race will probably remain in the positions they were before the server crashed. Well, we'll leave it at that. We'll try and join again when the second race gets underway, but until now, that's the end of this stream.